Hey everybody, welcome back to Survival Heights Season 2, my Amplified Hardcore single-player survival world. Our second attempt at it. And to start off today's episode, I've been doing some work. I've been doing a lot of off-camera grinding. Well, I say off-camera, this has all been done on stream. Just to try to get this place in a usable state where we can actually get started on today's project. So picking up from the last episode, if you guys remember, I have started working on a storage room. I need a big storage area to house all the different items. We just really have the small starter storage area over at our starter house. So today's episode, I really want to focus on getting in a solid foundation for our storage room because we are going to need it moving forward. This is going to be the storage room for this world, so we definitely need it moving forward. So the first part of it is really just digging out a huge area. I kind of already started on it, but I really need to dig down a bunch of layers, so that's what we're doing. I'm digging out a bunch of layers. This beacon I have has been super helpful for doing that. I haven't really had to repair my pickaxe too many times, but overall, this was needed to get done, and I figured we would start off today by doing that. So hopefully you all enjoy the time lapse to start off today. Without further ado, I think I'm gonna pop into the episode. Let's get started on the storage room. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that little time lapse. I've pretty much finished all the digging over here, where we're actually going to be doing all of the underground storage stuff. So we head down here, you can see, yeah, all the digging's pretty much done. We just have to start creating layers. I may still go down a few more levels down here, just because I'm not really sure how many layers of chests we're gonna go, but yeah, it's at least a good enough start, and we can hopefully very soon start getting some rows and start getting some levels in, and we can get some chests put in and see how all that looks. However, there is one other thing I wanted to show you all. I've been doing some other work around this world as well in the meantime, like in between basically digging out that area, and you can sort of see it down here a little bit. But if we fly down to the village, you'll see a few more houses down here, and you'll also see I've extended the village wall just a little bit. The plan is to get this wall all the way around the edge here, as well as like way over there. But this is what we're working on right now. And I've also, like I said, built a few more houses. So we've got this house here right next to the wall. We just have an interior. We'll get interiors for these at some point. Over here, we also have another house. Most of these houses, as you guys have probably already seen, are pretty similar. The styles are the exact same. So I don't really know how much of this you necessarily want to see, but we're kind of just filling in this village right now. I'm going to be adding more houses around here, adding in the pathway around here, and adding little details as we go along as well. This is what the village wall looks like over here. We've got these 4 sections in so far, and I have plans for a bunch more over here that go around this house, and at least up to there for now. I think it's also going to go behind this house over here and try to eventually connect all the way back up with the wall that's way over there. If you guys remember from the previous episode, I'm gonna try to do that. It's gonna be quite a challenge to get over some of these hills, and I'll have to figure out how exactly to do that. But yeah, that's the progress on the village so far. Just kind of making progress here and there as we go along. But yeah, I think next steps are going to be to come back up here and see if we can start getting in some floors. I want to see what it's gonna look like if we put a whole bunch of chests next to one another. I have not quite designed the automatic storage that we're going to be doing today, but yeah, we'll figure it out. I'm sure there will be some way in which I can do it. I haven't done too much research on it, but I'm sure there will be some custom way we can do it. So let's go ahead, folks. Let's start putting in some platforms, I think. Start thinking about the design for this, and hopefully when I have something fleshed out, I'll bring you all back and I'll give you a progress update. So our first progress update of the day is now here, and as you can see, I've done quite a bit. First things first, I had to dig out more area on the side here just because this storage area was going to be a lot bigger than the area that I actually dug out. Well, not a lot bigger, but at least a little bit bigger. So I went ahead and dug out more area, and as you can see, I've started a little design. So to start off, we're going with some quartz pillars. We're going to go with some deep slate as well. So this is the tiled deep slate as well as the polished deep slate for the sides here. And the idea here is that this right here is going to be a pathway all the way around. Going to have the center hollowed out 2 levels here. This first one's going to be just generic bulk storage, and the second level is going to be more for individual items. But on the sides here, in these gaps, in these spaces, we're going to have individual sorting systems for different kinds of bulk storage. So stone, dirt, woods, all those kinds of things that we're going to want in some sort of bulk storage area. So that is the plan. It's going to be mainly double chests here. Currently the plan is to go with individual impulse SV sorters. We might eventually hook everything up to one generic chest. I think to start off, we're going to have an individual sorting chest for every individual, I guess, sorting area. So lots of stuff that needs to be done here. In particular, we really need to get some chests. I think in this needs it needs hundreds of chests. I don't remember how many exactly. It might be 500 chests or something. I counted up at some point. But yeah, we have a lot of stuff to do here. We have a lot of materials to still gather. Hopefully you all are going to like this. I think with the plans that we made, it's going to turn out pretty well once we start filling things in as well. So I'm going to go ahead, folks, and get back to the grind. I need to chop down a whole bunch of trees and get myself a whole bunch of wood. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see if we can start placing some chests, maybe get some item sorters started, and I'll bring you guys back for another progress update in just a minute. So here is what I have so far. As you can see, I've put in a whole bunch of chests. We've gotten some things started. So let me go ahead and hop up here and I'll go ahead and show you all exactly what we've done. So I've started to try to put some different labels of what items should go in each area next to each sorting system. So before I get into that though, the way that this works, each one of these is an individual impulse SV sorter. Currently, we have 7x5 areas, and on the edges we have 5x5 areas. There's a chest, if I can reach it. This may have to be brought down, but there's a chest up here that I can put a whole bunch of items into and should eventually filter down into the actual sorting system here. And I have those for all different kinds of items. So currently I have these two filled with stone, or I'm starting to fill these with stone anyways. These two are going to be filled with cobble. We've got one for sand. On our edge here, we're going to have one for iron, which we're going to get from our actual iron farm and bring over here. One for endstone eventually, whenever we start doing an end project. One for netherrack, for any netherrack we want to keep from digging in the nether. One for deep slate, one for cobbled deep slate. We're going to have one for the different kinds of wood, so each column will be a different kind of wood. Along with that, I have one section for andesite, diorite, and granite. I don't think I'm going to need a huge amount of area for that, but we'll see. Got one area for blackstone eventually if you want to have blackstone for builds. On the edge here, one for ocean monument blocks, another for dirt, and another over here for gravel. I may actually turn this into concrete instead of gravel, or concrete/gravel. We'll see. And yeah, you can sort of see the redstone in the back. Like I said, it's a very generic impulse SV sorter. They all kind of work the same. You can put items up in there, filters them down into the chest here. And currently, we just have one input chest for each one of these areas. You can sort of see an output chest there for any extra stuff that I do try to filter into here. It won't get dispensed into lava yet or anything. It just kind of sits in that chest. So we can retrieve it whenever we want if I accidentally put a sword or something in there that we don't actually need to put in this sorting system. But while doing this, I realized that there's still more blocks that I probably want to have more space for, or some of these may need more space for. So I'm still kind of debating if I want to do another level of bulk storage beneath this and then do our single item storage beneath that, and then another layer of bulk storage underneath of that for the farmable blocks, so sugarcane, cactus, stuff like that. I'm not entirely certain yet what I want to do, but I at least want to get this first level done. And our goal for today really is to get this first level done and sort of see how it really looks. So this is the progress I have made so far though. Like I said, I've really only started to put in the stone over here though. You can sort of see I've already filled up 2 columns worth of double chests of stone here, and I'm starting to work on the third here as well. So it'll take some time. It'll take some time to fill all this stuff in to see how much space we will actually need, but the progress has been going along pretty well, and I'm excited to show you all how this thing does end up turning out. So I'm gonna go ahead, folks, and continue to work on a lot of the redstone. We need to get all these auto sorters in, so I want to go ahead and get a lot of those done. And then, yeah, hopefully I'll bring you guys back for another progress update with most of it done, at least most of the redstone done, in just a moment. Well, I think we have a good bit, or almost all of this first layer done. Let me show you all what we've done. I know it's a big change from the last time, but let me show you all. So we've gotten all the individual storage systems in. I have this little area here where I should be able to, not right here because those are connected up, but I should be able to reach the chests up here. Each of the individual sorting systems right now, I haven't connected them up to a central chest. We might do that at some point, we might not. But the big change here is all the decorations. So you can tell I'm doing with a little bit of a deep slate and quartz theme here. So we have the deep slate tiles, we have the polished deep slate. I have this sort of stair pattern right here as well, which I think is pretty cool. as well as we have a quartz design, and this was a little controversial for me. I wasn't sure if I would like this or not, and I'm still not completely sure until we get the entire room in. It's very white with all the quartz, and I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I think in terms of a design, a front design, it looks pretty cool. I think we're gonna add a few more layers underneath of here to sort of tie everything in together, and of course we're gonna make a few more layers of just a storage system beneath here as well. But yeah, along this design, you can see I used a lot of stairs. I used some pillar quartz, I used some iron bars. These torches right here are just temporary. I'm trying to use lanterns here as well. I expanded out to here as well, as you can see. So yeah, things are definitely coming along. I've pretty much gotten a lot of the storage in as well. I've been working on that a lot off camera, just trying to get a lot of the storage filled into here. So if we head over to here, I'll show you all some of the storage that's been filled up. So we still have a bunch of stone that fills up pretty much the first 4 columns here. We're starting on the 5th column now. I haven't used this one yet, but we've started to fill in some of the cobblestone as well, which is going pretty much all the way up to this side here. We filled up almost all the columns here, so we're definitely going to need this second column area, or the second cobble area over here. And I haven't filled in too much of the rest of these. I've been kind of taking my time and generally going along. I do have iron over here though, so I started putting all the iron that we have from the iron farm, which is actually quite a bit. We have at least a double chest and a half, really. There's still more iron in my general storage area that I'm going to be moving over here. But with that being said, I do think we're going to need a second layer of bulk storage here. There's still blocks that I haven't accounted for here. I mean, there's some stuff like wood that we can get to and andesite and whatnot, but I do think I want a second layer of bulk storage here as well, just because for future use I want to make sure that we have everything that we need. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a second layer of bulk storage here, which we then might also be able to use to fill in stuff from our farms, and then below that I'll probably do a different design for individual storage. So that is my plan. Apparently there was a slab right there. Oh, and I forgot to mention at the very top here, I'm filling in the ceilings like this as well. So yeah, I think I've got a lot of work left to do. I got to fill in some of this area. I want to start working on a design to transition this layer to the next layer. So that's definitely something I'm going to be working on next, as well as maybe finding out exactly how I want to show off cobble, whether it's with item frames, probably not, or whether it's with something else. And the lag actually is not bad around here. I was surprised. I thought it would be a lot worse than it was, but so far anyways, it's not bad. Hopefully it stays that way. But ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do some more work. I don't know if we'll get the second layer done yet today or not. I want to see if I can start filling in some more of the chests around here. Start putting items in them, more items, and get them filled in so we can start getting our storage over here. So I'm going to continue working, folks. I'll bring you all back for another progress update in just a minute. So I'm back for progress update. This is actually going to be the last one for today, but before we head down to the storage area, I want to show you a few things up top here. First off, we have this weird square right here, and if you look down, there's a giant hole. You can see inside the storage area, at least towards the bottom of it. I'll show you in a second exactly why that is. The second thing is, you should probably see over here, I've been using this ladder to get up and down. Well, it sort of spoils it, but you can see that we can't go down anymore. I've made a little staircase over in this general direction, and I'm thinking the staircase I may move a little bit to be inside of this tower, or I might move this tower to be inside of the staircase, who knows. So we have sort of a secret entrance down to the storage area from inside a tower, or it could be the main entrance, who knows. But anyways, as you can see, we've done some work. So this is what it looks from the, I guess, where you won't actually see it from. As you can tell, I've made a roof design for the storage area. So let's jump down here and let me show you all what it looks like from underneath. So the idea is mix in the quartz arches with a lot of deep slate. I wanted to add glass as well. A suggestion I got on stream was to use black glass, so I think it turned out pretty well. I don't quite know yet what to do above the black glass, because really you just see dirt right now, but leave me some comments down below. Let me know what I should do with that. Maybe just put a block behind it, maybe do some sort of like sky theme or something like that. Something along those lines. But the idea is that this would then tie in with the rest of the storage area here. We can have layers underneath of here, but this roof area ties everything in pretty dang well. So as with the other stuff, let me know what you think of the roof design down in the comment section below. I think it's turning out pretty well. I think there's a few things that still need to be added. We need to add some glow lichen. I had designed this in a creative world, then built it over here, and I used glow lichen there. So I think I want to use some here. I thought about using vines as well. Maybe mix in a few leaves here and there. Not that there needs to be a ton of leaves all over the place, but maybe some dripping from the ceiling here. Maybe get some, what are they called? They're different than vines. The glowberry vine things. I think that those would work pretty well here. So we still have some small details to add to this, but I decided to go with an archway because I thought it fit the area the best. It's kind of similar to archways I've done in the past for mine shafts, but a little bit different that it's newer materials and a lot cleaner, so far at least, than I've done before. So anyways, that is really what I wanted to finish up today. I've started to put a few more materials in here. I don't think it really shows it off very well here, but I've started to put a few more materials down here, try to fill in this place. I'll think of a solution for these signs here. We could just put a sign up here or something, but I think it might be better if we try to do some other solution. Maybe we'll just do item frames. I'm not really sure. Oh, I should probably also put some slabs on top of there and put some blocks on the sides here, so you don't look at the redstone. But we've got some small tweaks to make, but I think I wanted to wrap things up there for today. We've gotten a significant amount of progress done, and I think it's time to wrap it up. So to end off today's episode, don't think I forgot, we have our comment of the video. And today's comment is from Triscalin, if I pronounced that correctly, who said, "After you took your break, I was worried you weren't coming back. I really enjoyed playing Amplified, and out of the two channels that showcase these worlds, yours is by far my favorite. When you did come back, somehow didn't get notified. I'm caught up now and excited to see what's next. Congrats on all the dragons." Which, remember, if you guys don't remember, last episode we fought all the dragons, so that was a pretty fun episode. I enjoyed that. But yeah, I've highlighted this comment because I was looking recently, and I both realized and now understand why so many people end up coming for this channel for Amplified. There are Amplified series out there. There are a few. There aren't any Amplified Hardcore series that I can think of. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one with an Amplified Hardcore series out there. If you guys know any, feel free to leave them down in the comments below, but I haven't found any like long-standing series, I guess. But in terms of Amplified, my channel's been doing Amplified for 5-6 years at this point. So the other series that a lot of people tend to mention is Flip's old Amplified series. I don't think he does that anymore. But in terms of Amplified series, there aren't a ton out there. My friend GP has one. I think Puffing Fish did one for a little bit. Both of them are Afterlife SMP members with me. So there are a few others, but they're few and far between. So if you're here for Amplified, if you're here for Hardcore, that's amazing. If you're here for Amplified, that is also equally amazing. And thank you all so much for hanging out and continuing to come back to all the videos. I know these can be a little sporadic, so thank you all for always coming back and enjoying the content. But anyways, folks, that's gonna wrap things up here for today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy today's video, make sure to leave a like down below. If you're new around here, feel free to hit subscribe, get notified whenever I have new uploads from this series or any of my other series or other videos that I put out. But anyways, folks, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.